past 9 years now, we've been partnering with a set of districts to try to understand what it takes to improve middle grades mathematics at the scale of a large urban district. One line of the work has been aimed at trying to identify concrete forms of practice that teachers can enact with students that result in better learning opportunities for students who historically haven't been underserved in our classrooms. And the goal of that work, though, is to both identify the concrete forms of practice in a way that can be learnable by others with high-quality professional learning support. So part of the work we've been engaging in is to develop measures that are about, for example, how do the teachers view their students, and if we can create measures that are able to then be included in these large-scale analyses, it helps us think about things other than things that are easily quantifiable, like mathematical knowledge for teaching or teachers' experience and so forth. And so another aspect of the work was just showing what's the work we've done around that area. One key takeaway is that teachers do amazing things, and there's a lot to be learned from teachers who are engaging kids, particularly those, again, who've been historically underserved. And so we've actually identified a set of core practices that we now have evidence matter for kids' learning. So an example is the first 5 to 7 minutes really matters in a classroom, and we've been able to decompose what's important about those first 5 to 7 minutes in terms of supporting kids to engage substantially in rigorous mathematical activity. And we found that it's really important that there's a mini discussion up front of a lesson in which kids are developing common language or images to describe not only the key context of a problem that they're going to be engaging in, but also the key mathematical ideas that they are then going to be trying to make sense of. So can they generate some common language? And what we found is when they do that, then they're better set up to kind of really dig in with the mathematics, working together. And then when you have a concluding discussion at the end of the lesson, more kids are able to substantially participate in that conversation because they've already developed this common way of thinking about and talking about the problem up front. So this research practice partnership, the next stage, I would say over the past 9 years, we've developed reliable and good ways of both finding out from districts what are your strategies for the upcoming year. Then we've got decent ways of getting feedback on how it is those strategies are playing out, and then giving that information back to districts to help them design for the coming year. What we haven't done a good enough job of is being able to do that on a much more rapid basis. So if I'm a district leader, I'm a school leader, I'm a coach, I'm making decisions on a daily basis about what's happening, and I need ways to find out how are my strategies playing out so I can correct them midterm instead of having to wait till the following year. So the focus of this next phase of work is to develop what folks at the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching call practical measures, which are measures that are designed to be quick and easy to implement and to really help inform improvement efforts. So